My name is Miyuki Motoi. I'm 32 and a normal housewife. I want to talk about a strange incident I had with another mother. My family was an average, very typical family. We bought a house in a normal neighborhood and started living there as a family. My husband, Satoru, is the same age as I am, and our son, Wataru, is 6 years old and will be in elementary school next year. We've been living a very happy life with just the three of us. I have a grandfather who is sick at the moment. From Wataru, he's his great-grandfather. He just passed away this year at the age of 87. On the day of the funeral, there were a lot of people there, and it was a great funeral. When everything had settled, the lawyer of my grandfather came up to me. He read aloud the will he left, and it said to use his money for Wataru's education fees. Before he had passed, he played with Wataru a lot, so I think this was his way of giving back to him. He was not the richest person out there, but he had a lot of land, so we sold it off. And so, my husband and I had a conversation. It was about what to do with the inheritance. I was thinking about a lot of things, but I wanted to tell my husband one thing. I think college is important, but how about we put him in a private elementary school? I'm not a very educational mother, but I did think that Wataru should go to a private school. He did appear like a normal child, but I sensed something special in his mind. While young, he showed no interest in anime or manga, and instead loved to play with puzzles. He was even able to solve math problems his cousins gave him, even though my husband and I never taught him that. He reads books that are way beyond his age, and as for reading and writing, we didn't teach him that much, but he's learned so much. I was very happy that he was above and beyond for his age, but I knew he had a tough time making friends in preschool. I was worried that he may not fit in at a public elementary school. My husband had thought the same thing, so we decided to put Wataru into a private elementary school. We wanted to put Wataru in MoniRobo private school where he could continue to stay there until high school. It was the biggest school in the area, and Wataru was able to clear the writing exam no problem. And for the interview, my husband and I had to do our best as well, and we were more nervous than Wataru was. Thank God that was over. He was able to get accepted into the school, and Wataru was now a private elementary school student. On the first day, my husband saw the ceremony and left for work, while I stayed with Wataru and attended the parents' meeting.
How was the parent meeting? Is it over?
It just ended, and for some reason, I'm part of the PTA.
Is that where you guys make all the rules?
I guess you could say that.
Again? I thought those were really annoying.
I didn't want to either, but remember how Wataru got the highest writing score?
Yeah, I heard.
For some reason, everyone else knows too, and they all wanted me to do it.
So it means they pushed it onto you, huh?
I couldn't reject it. I kind of had to accept it.
Man, that must have sucked.
That wasn't the worst part.
There's more?
We had a little party afterwards, and there was a very strong mother there, the madam type.
Wow, to find a woman like that, huh?
She constantly tried to one-up me.
Seriously?
Right after I sat down, she asked me where my clothes were from.
What?
I told her the brand, a very normal brand too, and she said she knew about it but never wore it.
Wow, super rude. She must be lying, right?
The woman I met was Saiko Muroya, looked to be about 40 years old. She wore all of the high fashion brands and knew she was rich. She was a part of the PTA as well, and she was very loud about her opinions. That itself wasn't the issue. Oh, are you wearing that fast fashion again? Is it because you've tried so hard to put your child in a private school you can't afford anything expensive? Just like that, she talks down on people and acts very rich. And she did this to only me. Her son was the same age as my son, and when I saw a picture of him, I knew he had eaten way too much good food. And one day, I was messaging my best friend from PTA, Akina Hosaka. Hey, did you hear about Miss Moroya's tea party? Yeah, a tea party. I'm thinking of going. She has these once in a while. I heard she does these to show off the new expensive things she has bought. That sounds like her. But are you okay? What do you mean? Miss Moroya is very adamant about harassing you, right? I think she's acting over the line, but... Oh, you think so too? Wait, is she not like that to other people too? She's like that just to you, I think. I see. I don't get it though. Is it because I'm just a normal person? This is just a rumor, but did you know that Miss Muroya's son was number 2? I didn't know that. Her son has a very good tutor as well. Been taught very well before the exams. I think Miss Muroya thought he'd be number 1 for sure. I get that my son was number 1, but it was just one exam, right? Isn't she overreacting? This may be a little rude, but I think it would have been fine if you and Miss Muroya were on the same page in regards to teaching their son. What do you mean? She's upset that she spent all that money and effort into her son only to lose to a mother who hasn't done much like her. And that's why she's looking down on me? That's what I think. And the day of the tea party, Miss Hosaka and I attended Miss Muroya's tea party. I heard the rumors, but the house was amazing. At first, we were just all chatting. Miss Muroya was the only weird one, so I was able to get along nicely with the other mothers. And the main character, Miss Muroya, arrived. Welcome to my tea party. Everything here is first class, so please, feel free to enjoy your stay. She was covered in heavy makeup and was wearing a bright pink dress. I thought it was strange looking, but... Wow! What a wonderful dress! You look amazing! No, it's just a cheap 200,000 yen dress. Everyone praised her, and she seemed to be having a great time. Then, she rushed towards me and said, "The food today is something you can't regularly enjoy, right? If you want to take them home, there are boxes over there, so please tell me." How she has not changed. And so, I was able to take this for over a year. I'm as surprised as you are. And 5 years passed. My son became a 6th grader, and since PTA was only for the first year, I was able to run away from her. But because I couldn't refuse again, I had to join PTA this year, and there she was again. I'm so happy to be able to work with you again. Haha, thanks. I sensed it was gonna be a very long year. That night, I got a message from her. I'm having a tea party again soon. Would you like to join? Oh, thank you for the invite, of course. Oh, but wait, your family is in a little danger, right? I don't want to say it, but for money reasons, right? No, where did you hear that? Oh, you don't need to be angry. I heard your son is not attending the middle school. I heard the rumors. Yes, that's true. He has the highest grades but isn't attending the middle school. That must be a money reason, right? It was rude of me to invite you in such a hard time. You don't have to attend if it's a bad time for you, okay? No, it's really fine. But aren't you down right now? It's to show you around my beautiful house at this time. Will that not be troubling for you? Because I have never had a money problem. Yep. But how sad for you and your son to not be able to afford an education. But I think Wataru will do great in a public school. Oh, thank you. And will you attend? You really don't have to. I'll go. Do you need the boxes to go too? I'm fine, thank you. And so I attended her tea party. What a wonderful house. And as for Miss Muroya, she has not changed a bit. Welcome to my tea party. Everything here is first class, so please, feel free to enjoy your stay. She said her usual greeting with her heavy makeup and dress. She then came straight towards me. Thanks for coming. It's a wonderful house, ma'am. She looked so excited to be able to one-up me. And she started to talk in a very loud voice so everyone could hear. But are you really okay? You said yourself you're struggling economically, right? Well, I didn't say anything about that, and so I was too tired to fight back. Yeah, I'm just a normal person. Tough times, I guess. Thanks for the concern. I tried to end the conversation, and just then, Miss Hosaka came in late. Sorry I'm late! Hey, Miss Motoi! I heard the news! That's amazing! She came straight to me with a copy of the area's newspaper. I heard the story about your son! This is amazing! I've never heard anything like it! She seemed very excited showing me the paper. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It was very awkward, so I wanted to change the subject. Your son in the papers? About what? Miss Muroya chimed in and took the paper from her hands. She began to read the story with the other mothers, and her face changed expressions. What is this? I thought you quit the middle school for economic reasons. I gave up and told them the truth. Wataru continued to study in school, and his IQ was above 170. He was a genius. And so, he was a part of a club that was full of kids with high IQs. I attended this club as a mother of a genius, and this group helped me out a lot. In this group, a friend told me that there was a system of skipping grades abroad, where Wataru would be able to challenge himself even more. Everyone in the elementary school was smart, yes, but Wataru was on another level, and so he was a bit of an outcast. So I wanted to change his school so he could fit in more. I told him about this challenge and he seemed very excited as well. And because he tried so hard, he got accepted into a school with a full scholarship as well. I'm surprised as well, but he is going to be a student at a college abroad. And a new writer in the area heard about him, and he did an interview. I only told Miss Hosaka about this, and this was what had happened in the end. She realized what had just happened and said, "Wait, did you keep this a secret? I'm so very sorry." "It's okay, I wasn't hiding it, it's fine. I didn't want to brag or anything, so I didn't really tell a lot of people. This was the truth, but Miss Muroya looked furious because it looked like I had just made fun of her." There was small laughter happening around the room as well. "If that was the case, why didn't you say so? Did you want me to feel bad for you by lying?" I said I never said that. If this was going to happen, I should have told her in the first place, huh? But this isn't. She began to push her son even harder and began to take away his sleep as well. Her son was definitely smart, but it was nothing compared to the genius level of Wataru. Maybe he couldn't take all the pressure. Her son became a thug in middle school, and her family was apparently ruined because of that.